Not everyone wants to get rid of their old gas guzzlers, so Mark Chislak has been finding out how they could still be saved from the scrap heap.
When we think of electric cars, images of sleek, modern, almost silent automobiles spring to mind. Their interiors spartan and stripped of buttons and switchgear, replaced with touchscreen and acres of space. Discovering that this 1953 Morris Minor is in fact a fully electric car might come as a bit of a surprise then. It's been converted from petrol to electric by the London Electric Car Company based here in Vauxhall. This fine example of a vintage British automobile has had its fossil fuel drinking guts ripped out and replaced with an electric motor and batteries, a task which isn't as simple as I'm making it sound. Matthew Quitter set up his company converting classic cars to electric back in 2017. Parked in his garage now is a range of customers' different old school cars, all being converted from Land Rovers to Lancias. As a result, Matthew has to figure out the best conversion solution for each individual car.
In a lot of cases, cars we're converting, they've never been converted before. So with electric Morris Minors, there's a handful of electric Morris Minors in the entire world. The Lancia Beta behind me, no one has ever converted one of those to electric. With each one, the first one is very much a custom, bespoke conversion. We're figuring out where batteries go, we're figuring out how we're going to mate the motor to the gearbox, where does the charger go, how much range can the car physically take. So for example, this Morris Minor, we've kept the gearbox, and in fact the entire conversion has been done in such a way that it could be converted back to petrol very easily if the owner so wished. You're getting 100 horsepower and 200 foot-pounds of torque.
That's terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Comedian Jake Yapp's Morris Traveller is currently in the workshop undergoing conversion. The car itself is 55 years old, but the electric parts have been salvaged from a modern Nissan Leaf.
Well, I bought this car specifically to be electrified. I'd always wanted a Morris Minor, but I'd kind of grappled with the idea of it's very polluting. If I'm going to buy another car, it should probably be an electric car. I get very excited about getting the snazzy display, entertainment system, sat-nav unit from the original Nissan Leaf. I want that in there because just because it's an old car doesn't mean I don't enjoy toys. I'm really looking forward to going to like service stations on motorways and plugging it, going and driving in the bay for electric cars to charge and watching people looking at it all huffily, kind of going, well, that's an electric charger. Oh wait, it is an electric car.
But just how practical is a car like this on London's congested roads? Matthew took me for a spin so I could experience it for myself.
So this car it does about a 40-mile range, and that's on the low side as far as electric cars are concerned. But we've done that to keep costs down. It's very much designed to be a city car. This is a 1953 Series 2 Morris Minor. Its top speed back in the day would have been about 55 miles an hour. And frankly, anything over about 45 miles an hour is petrifying. We're not wearing seatbelts because we don't have to, because the car built at that era wouldn't have had seatbelts in it, and so we're not obligated to install them. And so equally, anything over about 30 miles an hour is taking life into your own hands.
Yeah.
You know, it's very quick off the light. It has 100 foot-pounds of torque, which is about 3 times what it would have originally had.
Which is one of the things that people expect about electrics,
yeah,
isn't it? They expect that there's that
Party trick.
performance
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. And we find that 40 miles is about a week's worth of driving in London.
So how long did it take to convert this car?
It took us about 6 months. Normally we'd estimate between 3 months and 6 months for a conversion based upon whether or not we've done it before and how complex the conversion is going to be.
How much are we talking about to do this?
At the moment we generally suggest a base figure of around £20,000,
Okay.
which is a lot more than we'd like it to be. And ideally we'd like to get to the point where you're looking at, say, £5,000 to convert a car.
Classic cars have several economic factors in their favour. They're road tax exempt, and classic car insurance is often very cheap. Electric motoring may be the future, but there isn't any reason why these cars can't have a flavour of the past.